Hey, look, Jalen Hurts, one of the things that makes him so amazing is his fire that burns within. We got a hint of it when he was on this show prior to the draft, and we had him on in 2020, and we said, hey, any team that drafts you, what are you going to get? What are they going to get? And he goes, they're going to get the dog. They're going to get a dog. I'm going to be leading that team, and they're going to get somebody who's going to just constantly be one of the best or try to be one of the best. And we all know his journey as well, from what happened in Alabama and then Oklahoma. And then, again, one of the big question marks for him has always been, is he one of the best? He's got that fire and he's got a lot of talent. He's one of the best. Well, this year he's answered the question. Yes, he's one of the best. And he will use anything. He's one of those types that will use anything to keep that fire going. And after yesterday's game, in which he's finally minted himself as a Super Bowl champion, an NFC champion and a Super Bowl quarterback. He's finally minted himself as that. He let us in on one of the things that I had never heard him say that is part of the fire that burns within him. This is what he had to say after hoisting the Hallis Trophy in Philadelphia for the Philadelphia Eagles.
My first year here, they probably didn't even want to draft me here. It was probably one of those things, but it always handled itself.
John, you said a little bit ago they probably never wanted to draft me here. Did you mean the front office, the fans? Explain that.
I know. There was a big surprise to many. But my favorite verse, I went through a lot of stuff in college, and it kind of stuck with me. John 13:7. You may not know now, but later you'll understand. Hopefully, people understand.
Well,
man, why do you have to play for the Eagles?
I don't want to bet against
much.
either of these quarterbacks. Oh my God.
I love everything about him.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, he's awesome.
And what he has just done, because I'm a veteran of these Super Bowls now.
How many now?
This is going to be my 20th.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow.
With NFL Network. What he has done is he has opened the door for what were you referring to about who didn't want to draft you in Philadelphia. He has opened the door to being asked that at every press availability he has between now and kickoff. It's coming, and I'm sure they have some top-notch veteran media relations folks in Philadelphia. They have to prepare him for that. It's coming. One of the biggest mysteries in his journey, or a couple of them, is why did Saban turn to Tua that night? Well, the rumor is Tua told him he was going to transfer if he didn't get in the game, and that's never been confirmed, but that's been a chatter that night, the next day, to this day.
Yeah.
And the other question that he didn't answer, I have asked Jalen Hurts on this show, on live TV and radio, and he turned down the chance to talk about it.
Oh, yeah?
And it was, why was he benched in game 256 in what turned out to be Doug Peterson's final game as head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, when the Washington Commanders were in Philadelphia, Giants needed the Eagles to win, Hurts was playing this game, fourth quarter comes, and Nate Sudfeld trots in there. And Jalen Hurts, after getting his shot in Philadelphia, after Wentz proved himself to be no longer tenable as a starter, it got so bad because Peterson was talking about, Wentz this, Wentz that. It got so bad that Peterson finally turned to Jalen Hurts. And Hurts started balling out and showed Jalen Hurts things, and was performing way better at the position than Carson Wentz. We all saw it. And Hurts gets sat in the fourth quarter of that game. Now, talk was that they were trying to get a better draft position. And so who didn't want him there? He was asked, fans, front office, is it the coach? But whatever he knows, or whatever he thinks he knows, it doesn't matter. Because that's the way he's feeling. And he's using it as his fire. And if I'm in the front office and I feel like I'm being called out by him, I don't care. Use it. Yeah. Put that Lombardi trophy in your hand, please. Let's have a parade. Okay? We'll deal with that down the line. And if you feel that you were slighted by us, okay, we'll talk about it at the negotiating table.
That's coming this offseason.
So, yeah.
But is he wrong, though?
And he'll be made to feel better. Is he wrong? I have no idea what happened, though, TJ.
But I'm just saying, like, the chatter, right? Up until this year, it was people still didn't, for whatever reason, believe that he was the guy for the Eagles.
Well, I know that. I felt he was. I thought he proved it last year.
Yeah, I know you were always a fan.
And so, bottom line is, it doesn't matter what the real story is because he feels it is real. And it may be real and not imagined. He knows the story. I asked him what the story was on the benching. Maybe this has nothing to do with the way he's feeling. But he has opened the door. It will be, Jalen, it will be tons of questions about, are you upset with the franchise that you brought to the Super Bowl? That's coming. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.